Well, hello there, Lichee Lee. Welcome to the Red Couch Talk.
Hi, Angie. How are you?
I'm great. And you?
I'm perfect today.
How early is it for you today?
Now it's 10 o'clock.
Oh, so that's
Yeah,
okay then.
yeah.
Yeah,
Usually I wake up at around 6 o'clock. Yeah,
fantastic. So you're also an early bird.
yeah,
Funny. What else is there to know about you as a fun fact, Lichee?
yeah.
Tell us something people won't find on the internet.
Well, surely from time to time when I go to the church with my kids and then they talk to my kids, oh, you're cute and wow, I like your grandma's hair. And my kids or my wife, oh, he's their daddy.
Is that because your hair is long? Do you think you're the grandma?
Yeah, gray and white,
Uh-huh.
a lot of senior ladies. Oh, I like your hair, but they don't know I'm a man.
That is cute. That is cute. So, in the church, you're known as the grandma of the small babies.
Yes.
Mm, nice. And do you ever correct them and say, look,
Sometimes I just keep smiling.
nice, very nice. I don't really remember how we originally connected, but I think it was over the Global Mobility Workbook, right?
Yes, yes. I guess it's around 2 years
Uh-huh.
around. Yeah, yeah, 2 years away maybe, because
Mhm.
I thought your book on the global mobility is the best to read, easy to read, the best one to understand the whole picture. So I thought I need to connect Angela.
Mm.
She maybe will work with me to make it happen, make something happen in China. That is what I thought. So I tried to connect you, and you feedback to me quite quick. So I surprised. Wow.
Yeah, I'm sort of that's one of my, one of my pet peeves. Like, I don't always respond so fast. But like my aunt said to me the other day, "You're always responding so fast." I said, "Yeah, that's because you're my aunt. That's why I'm responding to you so fast. What do you think? I cannot respond to everybody that fast, but I try to respond, like within 24 hours." And I
Wow,
try
I
to
was
respond to everybody. Like even on LinkedIn, I try to at least send like a sign, "Hey, I've seen your message." And it's getting more and more, and it's getting a bit tough. So,
mm,
what I'm not doing anymore are groups, like WhatsApp groups, because that's
oh,
just not possible.
I see.
I wanted to tell our audience, that you're an HR specialist, very senior person. You have a lot of experience working in HR. You've been a director, worked for Huawei. Oh God, I cannot pronounce it correctly. Huawei
Huawei, yeah.
and many other big companies. But now you're like, how could you say that? Like a program leader at
Sham,
the SHRM?
Sham,
Sure, yeah.
yeah.
You have to explain what that is because most of the audience are either global mobility professionals or expats. They might not know the
Oh,
organization. Yeah.
okay. Well, SHRM is the full name is Society for Human Resource Management. Is the largest HR organization in the world. There is around uh, 330,000 members all over the world. Yeah, it's quite large. So, in 2016, when I moved to Canada, wow, this certification was so great. So I wanted to introduce this certification to China to
Yeah.
develop global leaders. This is what I get started. Yeah. So I dedicate to this program to develop global HR leaders. However, I found there's some uh, content with expansion management.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and it's quite detailed, and it helped me better understand what happened in my early career. That is 20 years ago when I work in Flex or Flextronics in the Global Sourcing Center.
Uh-huh.
I at at that time I offered my service to more than 100 experts. That's a lot, huh? So every day I work 1 hour extra to
Uh-huh.
provide service to them. I thought I did a good job.
Uh-huh.
But 2 years later, when I went to Middle East to work for Huawei as expert manager, I was an HR manager at that time and also played as a role as expert as well.
Uh-huh.
Every day felt quite lonely.
Oh no.
Without family. This is what happened in
Yeah.
current Chinese companies outside China. So usually they hire single male
Uh-huh.
this kind of managers to work outside China
Mhm.
because you know it's a kind of cost effective way. So at that time I feel quite lonely. So what I can do is to write articles every day, at least one articles, professional
Uh-huh.
articles. Yeah, so I really have a lot of things to talk about expectation. So after I find some books in Amazon, I only found one book. That is your book.
Oh yeah.
Except, yeah. I mean, only you is the only practitioner. The other books are written by professors.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
I
true.
yeah. So I feel it's a great book. Is you make expansion global mobility quite simple to read to understand, and wow. Someday maybe I can translate it for you.
Oh, that
This
would be
this
amazing. Yeah.
yeah. This is
Yeah.
what I did and why I connect with you. Yeah.
Yeah. We need to actually talk about this for the new book with our with the publisher. Yeah. So that would be amazing because the new book is going to be even better. I think it's going to be more, it's going to be more comprehensive, a bit more technical, but even better than the original Global Mobility workbook. We
Wow.
It's also interesting. I don't know if you saw, but now, suddenly, I mean, I've been working on this topic of branding, the function, at least for 15 years now. I remember when I put the hashtag global mobility on Twitter for the first time in 2009, people responded with the idea that this was a global taxi service.
Mm-hmm.
But now, when you enter global mobility as a title in Amazon or even in Google, you actually get content related to what we talk about, the HR function of, helping people with expatriation, helping companies with expatriation. So the brand has finally arrived in the bookstores and in
Congratulations.
academia as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we've made some progress since.
Yeah. I can see you did a good effort to make it happen.
Yeah, and finally, it's landing. So yesterday there was a whole conference on the topic. In it was online, but based out of Germany. I feel like it was a big success. People were actually trying to get more information, understanding, and also the area expands now into HR related topics like recruiting, and generally also diversity, equity, and inclusion. It's very aligned with those areas.
Yeah.
So it's getting bigger and bigger. And now,
Yeah.
it's basically a big HR topic. It's like, you can't be in HR anymore without understanding global mobility. Whereas
Exactly.
when I started in the 90s, it was like a specialist, very specialist area and function. So tell us a bit more about yourself, Lichee, about your why. How did you get into HR? What was driving you originally into this career?
Okay, it's an interesting topic. Well, that is 30 years ago when I was a senior high student. Actually, at the time, I wanted to be a psychotherapist. Well, but in China, I cannot um, find a job as a psychotherapist.
Uh-huh.
So before graduating from university, I studied human resource related courses to find a job in human resource because human resource management is quite well, this discipline is there's some overlap with psychology. A lot of psychology graduates l- may find job in HR. That is what I expect. Wow, it's also interesting because I can still working with people. There's something in common. They are working with people.
Exactly. At least
Yeah,
that's what we think. That's why we get into HR. And then
yeah.
normally it's a little different.
Exactly, but actually they are quite different. But
Yeah.
there's something in common:
Yeah.
working with people, communicating with people. So well, after that, I got a job as HR. It's easy. Yeah. Well, um, for me, working as HR is quite easy because basically, if we try to work with those leaders
Hmm.
so we can uh, help them to manage their goals, their people, their team, and develop their leadership and the like. So I don't need to wait they come back to me.
Hmm.
So it's easy to me to work as HR because usually I work with those department heads. So every day they talk to me. I have some concerns. I worried and I don't like this guy. I want to fire him. I want you to provide some training, coaching to this guy and then like so it's easy because if like a lot of HR they work with their computer or something else, and then a lot of operations staff, administrative staff come to them, and then this this kind of things keep them busy.
Yeah.
I'm not busy. I have never busy with working as HR because every day I talk to those leaders. How are you? And what can I help you? And then and then I go to the team members. Yeah, this is what I work as HR.
I think, what's really interesting, and I would love to dig it a bit deeper on that, is that, originally you wanted to work with people, you wanted to help people as a psychotherapist, and then you end up in a function that, is traditionally not, let's see, maybe it's not really about people, it's more about, helping the company leadership grow, make better decisions, etc. However, I think now the people function is
Yeah,
people and culture, how it's often called, is developing more into that kind of function that we always thought it would become, like
yeah,
where you would actually help the leaders be better leaders.
yeah,
So what we often do in coaching as executive coaches, we work with the leaders to be better leaders.
yeah,
but we're not getting so much involved in the operational transactional work because honestly that's very boring, like writing contracts, etc. I mean,
Yeah.
AI can do that for you. So if you went back today, and you had a chance to talk to a younger version of yourself, what would you tell them?
Well, just like I how I started my career. Well, for many young HR professional or the other functions, maybe they focus on the business, the operation stuff. Well, if we think about how the business gets started, it's founded by an entrepreneur, right? And this entrepreneur has some idea how to start their business. So if we focus on these leaders, it's easy to understand what they want to do, their direction, their steps, and the like. So working closely with leaders can make things easier.
So would
This
you?
is yeah,
Yeah.
this is easy to understand, but
Yeah.
usually it's a lot there's some barrier to working with leaders because it really need our courage. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, sometimes I think, we're worried about hierarchy. But I
exactly.
also remember, like, from my career, some of the best advice I got from very senior leaders. And sometimes, by opening up to them and by, showing my fears, my feelings, my emotions, that would then, get them to, help me and advise and say, look, maybe this is not exactly what you should do. Maybe you should focus more on this, and you're talented here and there. So, yeah, sometimes maybe, like, especially if you're a younger person, maybe you don't dare to approach a more senior professional, especially if they have white hair, and ask them, like,
Yeah,
career questions. Or I always say, you can ask a more senior person for lunch. Yeah. You
yeah,
just can't expect them to be available for you tomorrow. Yeah. But maybe, if you're persistent and you ask nicely and, you also give them a good reason to meet you, why don't you try it? What's the worst thing that can happen? The worst thing is a no. The best thing, you're going to have a really exciting time with a senior person. Yeah.
yeah,
So, so if you think about, first of all, I'm really interested in understanding your perspective because you've been living in so many different countries as well. And now,
yeah.
you live in Canada. And you see the comparison. We started to talk about psychotherapy, coaching, leadership development, HR. Do you think that the function is evolving at all?
Yeah, exactly. Everything is evolving, and especially for HR, in the past 30 years. Well, in my early career, I started my career in a Japanese company.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so when I tried my best to talk about the HR with those people in American or European companies,
Yeah.
we were talking different things.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yes. Yeah, because the Japanese companies they focus on those personnel stuff, payroll, recruiting, and fire people, hire people, train the people, and the like. So it's quite administrative or operational. Yeah, but when I talked to those people in the European or American companies, they talk about the psychological health. They talk about the talent development. They talk about total rewards and work life balance. Oh, what are they? Yeah, everything is evolving. So 10 years ago when I moved to Canada, wow, they put SHRM put the HR expertise and HR behavioral competencies together, and 50% knowledge, 50% behavior competency. Put them together, and then is they define the HR new success formula. Wow, it's amazing. Yeah, it's evolving. It's evolving, and a lot of new topics like just you like you mentioned, DI and global mindset, and and in this year, SHRM combined them together as inclusive leadership, inclusive mindset. So it's evolving. It's evolving. There's a lot of change. I like the change. However, in the era of AI, maybe there's will be some radical change as well. That is what we maybe go back to the first things. We have something in common in psychotherapy and human resource. We focus on humanity, how to develop people, and how to make people connected, and make them successful and healthy, and the like. I think there's some more topics, and they are
Uh-huh. I
evolving.
yeah, I agree with you, Lichee. This will, I think this wave will change the way we view organizations completely. I almost think we're gonna see a similar change to like when we went from industrialization to the current like post-industrial world. I think we will have another wave of change in how we view and how we build organizations. I wanted to ask your opinion on organizational silos, functions like finance, HR. Where do you see where do you see those in 5 years from now, for example?
Well, it's a question. I think these silos, hierarchies exist in all of the world. As a HR specialist, how can we make it work, or make people working together collectively is one of our job, especially in the era of HR. Well, a a couple of weeks ago, OpenAI, they hired a CHRO who has experience in technology, consulting, and currently he work as HR. So he has some advantages. This designing organization through system, through technology. I think this is a change. A trend. This is what we HR may be involving in the coming years, because we cannot do those administrative or operations stuff anymore, because this is easy to do for the HR. So I think we can focus on the people, the system, the organization designed to to make people work together.
Yeah, yeah. I honestly think we're going to go towards more network style organizations. So similar to LinkedIn, like a company will then be like a bit like LinkedIn. You have all these like branded subject matter experts,
Yeah.
somebody who knows something about something, but also it will be a lot more important to be able to collaborate, to be
Yeah.
empathetic, to be like a value-based, authentic leader, to
Yeah.
enable people to work together. Maybe I'm a bit idealistic, but I really think I really see the silos, the functions falling apart. I don't think this is a future model anymore. I don't really think there's going to be a value anymore in having those functions.
Yeah, well, I can share with you something when I work in Huawei. Well, how we overcome this barrier. Well, as an expert, we share one villa, so all of those managers work together, live together, and play together.
That's a
So
great idea.
yes, so there's no filler.
Yeah.
There's there's
It
no
sounds a
no
bit
filler.
like a scary TV show, but I think it's a great idea.
Exactly. So after the after dinner, we
Yeah.
went to the swimming pool, went to the bar, and the places, and well, you cannot form the silos because it's all of you disguised
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the same building.
Yeah, I have to tell you though, in the old days when I started my trainee program back
Yeah.
in the day, we had a 1 week together, all the trainees from the whole company. And it was not a villa, it was about something similar. It was a like luxury place, but it was a nice place. So we spent a whole week together. And I think,
Mm,
that sort of forms a strong bond. So,
yeah.
with some of these people, I'm still friends. That's
Yes,
great.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. So at that time, I was invited to visit our clients, our competitors,
Uh-huh.
and some potential candidates and the like. So we really work together.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Very good.
different department heads and HR and finance and IT work together to make things happen. There's no fillers. There's not struggles.
So if you and I will set up a TV show, it's going to be called The Manager Villa. Yeah. And
Yeah,
then,
it
we
sounds
will
good.
decide at the end who's still in there. It's the highest form of assessment center. Awesome. So another quick question before we have to go. We already talked about, building connections, making people collaborate, making people work together. But how is your favorite way of connecting and networking? What do you do?
Wow, maybe I can share my experience in the organization and currently. Well, when I work in the organizations, usually every day, I went around the office at least twice in the morning and in the afternoon. So every day I went to the department heads offices and talk to them one by one, and then go around to their team. So with this way, I at least I'm connected. I was connected to everyone. So through this way, I can help them to connect to each other as well. This is what I did. So it has been effective. Well, in the past 10 years, because I moved to Canada and I teach online, so I set up my company as CCC. Well, there's two meanings. One is Connect China and Canada, and the second is uh, connection, community, and cultures. So it stands these three. So I try to connect everyone in person.
Oh,
we I try to build a personal relationship with everyone, and
yeah,
then in what I have been writing articles and publish in the communities
yeah.
and discuss with them, engage them to discuss these topics and the like. So with this, just like I have you here and the other specialists in the other countries, invite them to my master class and share some topics with them, so we can share different cultures. This is what I have been doing in the past 10 years.
Very
Yeah.
good. Very good. And you seem to
Just
be
like
very
you,
good
I
at it.
am, yeah, just like you, I'm very responsive. So
Uh-huh.
some of them, I don't think you sleep. Every time I message you, you respond to me immediately.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes, and I think that the artist that, you write yourself. It's not a robot or automated message, but it's really you responding. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, is there anything you have come up, a big program launch, a book launch, something interesting that you want to share with our audience?
Well, firstly, I still want to share. I like your books. I want to. I cannot see. Wait to see your book, another book. And now I'm writing two books. One is on the global HR management. I
Uh-huh.
like your coaching cases, and actually, our practice, our ways of teaching is quite similar. So
Yeah.
we down a case I don't teach. So every time I study my program, every program with a case, and then uh, have them keep them asking, and then we divide them to into groups and discussing this case again, and then we have some role plays to assess the competencies and develop the competencies. So I'm working hard on these cases, and
Uh-huh.
hopefully I can publish this one in Chinese and one in English. Yeah, so I want to
Exciting. I look
share.
forward to your book launch.
Yeah,
I
thank you,
hope I will be invited.
thank you. Yeah,
So it was very good talking to you again, Lichee Lee, and I wish you all the best and hopefully we will see each other soon and hopefully you stay safe and your family as well.
thank you,
And all the best to you.
thank you. All the best. Have a good weekend and enjoy your journey.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Okay, bye.